Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is GameForever_SJ. Today we are playing Madden 24. Hope you all enjoy it.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's wild card round in the AFC playoffs. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And the Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
Burrow may be young in his career, but he's helping the Bengals to one of the best stretches they've ever seen. 12 wins last year, which matched the team record, and they made a conference championship game in back-to-back seasons for the first time ever. At the center of it all is the man they call Joey B. 35 touchdown passes last year and almost 4,500 yards.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good start, 1 play, 10 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Bengals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a loss of 16 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Burrow going to set up the draw. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
He's going to keep this again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here we go now on first and goal. Burrow going to keep it running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. That is caught. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Jackson will throw again. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon.
The 20, 5, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The tight end in motion right. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Miles Murphy
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's in.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. In this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Here's Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's brought down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Jackson. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jackson.
And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they...
Thank you all for watching. Also, you can find me here on my social media.